RMC has 3 roller coaster models: the Hybrid, Raptor, and Topper Track. These models all have something in common. They are all absolute bangers. Not a single ride that RMC has manufactured is bad. While RMC does build banger rides, their coasters are starting to become a bit stale. Almost all enthusiasts have been complaining that there is the same airtime, inversions, and drops. So what can RMC do to fix this? They need to create a brand new banger model that shocks the world. So in this video, I'll be coming up with 4 different models that RMC could possibly create in the future. Let's get right into it. Possible RMC model numero uno, an RMC spinning coaster. Spinning coasters have been popping up in a few parks lately. These rides are built by Mach and are said to be really great, but there aren't very many being built. That's why I think RMC will do something similar. RMC is known as a creative and innovative company, so a spinning coaster should be a piece of cake to them. I do think that these would be different from Mach extreme spinners though. They would likely have more capacity, and what I mean by more capacity is I mean dive coaster capacity with humongous trains all spinning around through a crazy layout. They could even possibly feature airtime and a backwards drop. Possible RMC model numero dos, an RMC hypercoaster. And I don't mean a hyper hybrid, I mean a steel hypercoaster. Kind of like a B&M hyper but with iBox track. Since this coaster would be all steel, RMC would have to build a new kind of iBox track that would work with the supports and the overall feel of the ride. This seems like a pretty realistic option because RMC is kind of the king of airtime and hypercoasters have a lot of airtime. I could easily see Cedar Point replacing Magnum in the near future with an RMC hypercoaster. Possible RMC model numero tres, an RMC kiddie coaster. No, sorry, that was a joke. What I meant to say is an RMC launch coaster / blitz coaster. Just imagine an RMC coaster with a launch up a top hat of some sort with multiple inversions and airtime throughout the ride. If RMC can figure out a good launch system faster than the one on Lightning Rod, this model would sell like hotcakes. RMC pretty much does anything, so I think RMC would most likely build something like that. Possible RMC numero quattro. I think that since RMC is known for redoing wooden coasters, then why can't they do it with aero loopers? Most aero looping coasters deliver rough experiences to riders and are kind of old and outdated. So instead of getting rid of these attractions, parks can call up RMC to redo an aero looper. These rides would feature airtime but would also feature corkscrews and inversions that all of the classic aero looping coasters feature. These rides would feature corkscrews and low to the ground drops, which is different from a lot of RMCs. Therefore, this would fix the staleness problem. Of course, this is probably the most realistic option for RMC, and I hope that they do it. RMC has such a great story. It started from the bottom and rose very quickly to be one of the best roller coaster manufacturers in the world. In order for their success to keep going, they need another new and completely innovative model to shock the world. No matter what RMC does in the future, I think it will be a great decision because RMC is a smart company. I post a lot of roller coaster content, so I'd recommend subscribing. Peace.